Good Sunday morning, Kentuckiana. It's 7:30 and 63 degrees outside. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Tabney Dozier. We do want to get you back to that breaking news we've been following all morning long. It may affect your morning drive. State Street in New Albany is closed due to a fire. You are getting a live look right now. This is outside of the former Hoosier Lanes Strike Bowling Alley. No word just yet on any injuries. We still don't know what caused that fire. Let's switch gears now and get you to some viewer video that came into us within the hour. Thanks to John Fogel. He sent us this video of the scene earlier this morning. He says crews have been there since 6 this morning. Any new details we learn, we're going to try to get in touch with fire officials there and get more of those details. We will bring them to you on air and also online at WHAS11.com. Looks like they got a pretty good handle of that right now.
It would appear that.
For
just
sure.
Looking at the scene there, and that's good.
Absolutely. Well, you can't expect another nice morning. Here's a live look over downtown Louisville.
No, it's not.
Where is this?
No, Scottsburg.
Where? You switched it up on me.
I switched the camera.
I love the Austin, Scott County view. It's in Scottsburg, isn't it?
Scottsburg, Scott County, beautiful.
That's
beautiful
gorgeous.
view.
And this is the last day of the state fair, so get out there if you want to.
Last day of the state fair, last weekend of August.
Out of nowhere.
And we transfer over to, before the week is over, transfer over to September, and it can kind of be painless the way it's looking.
No complaints
Yeah,
here.
August has been most unusual here in our area. At the present time, as you look out of Scott County, looking kind of toward the east there. Didn't take a direct shot of the sun. We're 61 degrees right now as we start your morning out. That's in the city. North at 6 for the winds, very light at the present time. Love that dew point. Just keep it that way, and I think we will, as a matter of fact. Now, Harvey has not moved very much since you went to bed last night. Won't move very much during the next several days, as a matter of fact. Top winds about 45 miles an hour, and the movement on the storm is at about 1 mile an hour toward the south-southwest. Right now, the main part of the storm is about 50 miles out of San Antonio. But you see what's going on, just a steady supply of moisture being pulled out of the Gulf right up on the Texas coastline and into the interior there. And that situation, don't look for a lot of improvement in it for several days at the very least. The steering currents are just non-existent, so the storm is just sitting there, just kind of bouncing around. Cool start this morning as we look at your Sunday forecast. Everybody outside the metro, basically in the 50s. That's the way we're starting out, a lot like we did yesterday. Lots of sunshine and pleasant this afternoon. That's a good forecast for August. 85 degrees, partly sunny with a shower chance starting really tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow's high right around 84. And through the week ahead, temperatures top out in the low to middle 80s, few degrees below average. Tabney, we'll check the 7-day forecast one more time in about 20 minutes.
We'll see you then, Reed. Monday, a judge is expected to hear a motion filed by the attorney representing a group of women who claim they were defamed by Katina Powell's book, Breaking Cardinal Rules. They now want the author and publisher to pay up. A motion filed last week claims that Powell and her co-author, as well as the publisher, changed the terms of a settlement. The attorney asked the judge to levy a $3,500 a day fine until an agreement is reached. It was Powell's book that led to an NCAA investigation of the University of Louisville men's basketball program that also led to sanctions against the program and head coach Rick Pitino. The university is appealing portions of those sanctions. Next week, crews will begin updating what many are calling one of the best skate parks in the world. The David Armstrong Extreme Skate Park calls Louisville home, and it will soon be getting a facelift. Our Dennis Ting learned more about the projects and what people are saying about these changes.
The sound of clanging rings in the air as the skeleton of a ramp begins to take form.
I'd say this for everyone that comes here and enjoys this place. We are extremely excited.
This is the David Armstrong Extreme Park, a world-renowned skate park that has drawn people from all over seeking thrills and air.
Nice! I moved down here actually specifically for the skate park.
This week, the park will be closed to these thrill seekers like Anthony Salvatici, a freestyle BMX rider, as the city works on a $328,000 project to revamp the park, which includes adding in a new half-pipe ramp, something Metro Councilwoman Barbara Sexton Smith says people she's spoken with have been waiting on for years.
He said, don't tell anybody, but I am as excited as a kid in a candy shop about this new vert and getting the park cleaned up. This is the greatest thing that's happened in a long time.
The money, which comes from the Federal Transportation Cabinet, will also go towards cleaning up the graffiti in the park, which can be seen on almost every surface.
The faster that we remove the graffiti, abate that, the more effective it is in the long term.
And while some park patrons don't mind the graffiti, others, like Salvatierci, says it would be nice to see something a little more artistic.
What I think needs to happen is to clean all the graffiti, maybe even let someone come in and do murals on the ramps, which would be very attractive.
Why not really fully embrace world-class art? Because we have world-class artists right here in Louisville. Some of them might even be skating in that park.
I've noticed that if there's a blank space, people will spray paint silly stuff on it. But if the space is already painted with something nice, they won't spray paint anything on top of that.
The park's closing for the project may be an inconvenience, but the city hopes its patrons will see it'll be worth the wait. Dennis Ting, WHAS 11 News.
Barbara Sexton Smith says the project will only remove graffiti inside the park, but Metro Council has appropriated some funds to clean up the graffiti around the park later on. Some of the park patrons say another thing they would like to see in place of the graffiti are arrows to help guide people, especially beginners, around the park. It is expected to reopen on September 1st. And we are just a few weeks away from the Special Olympics State Softball Tournament. 3 teams squared off Saturday at the Kentucky Special Olympics Region 3 Softball Tournament held by the Linden Recreation Association. The round-robin style tournament allowed each team to take the field twice, with the Louisville Flyers 1A team earning a chance at a state title. WHAS 11 intern Andre Goatley actually plays for the Flyers. He asked his teammates for a little pregame advice.
Go out and have fun, try your hardest, never give up.
I feel great. I'm out here supporting these teams too, even I'm on the team. I'm happy. I'm actually proud that I'm having fun out here with supporting these athletes.
The tournament will be held September 9th and 10th down in Bowling Green. Thousands of zombies took over Bardstown Road Saturday for the annual Zombie Walk. The free walk was 3/4 of a mile and ended with a block party in the Highlands. 40,000 people are expected to have participated this year. Many attendees say they use this event to spend time with family while having some fun.
Just have a good time and like to get down here and, play the zombie.
Last year, the city charged the Zombie Walk nearly $2,000 for cleanup costs. This year, organizers say they will clean up after themselves. Louisville City FC tries to keep up the momentum against Orlando, and fans got to meet a couple of their favorite Card basketball players. Our Whitney Harding back after the break with sports. And we are on your side this morning with the document JCPS students must submit in the next few days. We will see you after this break.